Everybody, it's Kristen and
Abby,
and we just finished watching episode 12 of Pluto, and I have all sorts of thoughts and feelings, and it was perfect. But before we start, we ended our other video saying this, but thank you for watching Pluto with us. Mm-hmm. It has been a fantastic experience, I think. Mm-hmm. We are going to be doing a live stream once I figure out all of the technical bits, because it's a little tricky, and we will put that, I'll post about it and schedule it and stuff. But what we want is you to put your favorite scenes or moments from the entire series in our comment section so that we can go over them all. So what we were planning to do is just kind of like recapping the series, all of our favorite moments, the moments that made us happy, sad, cry, whatever. But I want to hear yours. So definitely do that. You know what's funny? I feel like this in such a sense of relief that I'm not going to be spoiled for the show anymore. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like I can breathe. Mm-hmm. Like, not only have I been worried about just being spoiled about this episode because it came out a few days ago. Right. We were late. I was not feeling well, so we couldn't pull it together. But I was so worried about getting spoiled that I had almost been, like, not even on the internet. But just the entire series as a whole, the amount of stress I was feeling about getting spoiled for it is done. Like, I feel like I can breathe.
Yeah, talk freely in the comments now.
Go at her.
Only about Pluto.
Only about Pluto. I actually do have some questions.
Me too.
For the people who might know a little bit more backstory, because I do feel like they didn't touch on things as much in the series. I know like it deviated a lot. Like, that's what a lot of people have said. And it seems like that's a thing, like a theme. I feel like if shows are based on Thai novels, they change a lot when they become series. I feel like series that come from manga don't.
Manga, not really.
Like, they're like almost,
sometimes
they're pretty close.
Like, there's definitely times that they do, or they deviate a lot.
But Thai novels, Thai novels seem to deviate a lot. But I still want to hear it because I know everybody's just been aching to tell us things in the book. I am that person. We'll be watching a movie. I'll be like, in the book. She's also that person.
We just watched all the Harry Potter movies with our family, and every movie it was like during and at the end, I'm like, well, in the book.
Yeah. So I get you, but I do find, like, as we're watching this, I don't want spoils. Okay, where do we even start? I don't know. Where do you want to start?
I think just beginning of the episode, like, we mentioned this in our reaction too, but I was really happy that they took mental health seriously, and, like, they didn't glaze over it. They didn't demonize her for it, like,
or make it lesser than it was. Even
like, I feel like they really took care to be like, hey, she's not well, but she is getting better,
and she needs help, and she got the help,
and she got supported. Exactly, yeah, and like her family wasn't mad at her for not being okay, and
not being okay.
I thought they handled it really well.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm very happy for her.
Hold on, sorry.
I was really happy for her.
Yes.
And like
I totally agree.
Like, I obviously, like, got cheered up and choked up in episode 11, but, like, I don't know, the whole part at the beginning of this episode with just made me so emotional.
Yes, I cried way more in this episode than I did last episode. I don't even know. I think I got a little teary last episode, but I didn't. I was actually shocked because I'm a crier, and I didn't cry.
I got really choked up this episode. Like, my eyes were sweating a little bit.
I think, like, last episode was just so intense that I was almost, like, in shock. And then this episode, I felt like it's like all of the shock was back, and then I had some way to release it because there was, like, I don't know, an excuse just to be like, oh my god, like, breathe again. Because I was surprised how much. I don't even want to go back. I guess when I edit it, I'll see how many times I cried. But, like, it was emotional, like, seeing it. And I going back to, like, with and stuff, like, not that, again, that I love that they said this, but I love how they were like, because we all speculated she was not okay. Like, I thought she was gonna dive off that bridge. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what was gonna happen.
I think that's what she was implying. Even, like, with her ultimatum.
Because she couldn't, and, like, them even saying like the PTSD and like being like she got worse. Like, so it wasn't like, oh, I chose her, so everything's fine and happy and smiley and she's okay. No, she got worse. And I was like, that makes sense, because like she went through insane trauma, like the trauma of like the accident with her parents dying, and then the accident with Paul dying, and having to like sort through all of that. And then, like, it showed with I when she just, like, fell off her bike. Like, she was fine.
Feel like even Ben's accident would have affected her.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Right. Like, yes.
There's so many accidents in her life.
And then the mom died as a result of that. Like,
yeah, exactly. So, like, there's so much.
There's so many people that she cared about.
It's so realistic for her to get so panicked when I fell off her bike.
Yeah.
Or, like, anytime something like that would happen.
And I'm so glad they took that seriously, because, again, so often they will not like they, like, I mean, like they,
shows in general.
I mean, they as a shows in general. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know who they are, but I mean, yes, shows in general just don't take it seriously. And I know it was one episode, like they didn't really go too deep into it, but I feel like they did enough because of the time. Yeah. How do you feel about, like, I feel like we called so much of this episode, and I know that we barely saw Ton and Ploy, but I know they were together
because we sat beside each other.
They were sitting together at the dinner. We went back and we watched. But yeah, time skip. I knew we were gonna have time skip. That's the only thing that made sense.
I'm very vocal about not liking time skips in general. I feel like I've read mostly a lot of really bad ones and seen a lot of really bad ones. I really liked it here. Yeah. I felt like it really needed a time skip.
Oh, definitely.
Because they all needed to heal.
Yeah. And they did.
And they did. And I'm really happy with how they handled it in this show too. Like,
and they still showed us like what happened.
Yeah, because that's one of the things I feel like a lot of times time skips are just used to be lazy and to not want to show the growth and development of characters. Like, they don't want to have to deal with the fallout of an event. But I feel like that they did.
They totally did. And they showed us just enough to be like, this is where we were, this is where we are, and this is how we got here. And it wasn't all tied up and like fixed when we got to the 1 year. Like, they still weren't together. I was still sad. May was still sad, but I mean, their lives were still going. Like, they were doing all the things they needed to do. Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't time skip and everything was just like, oh, look you know what? Actually, they're together.
Yeah, they got together in the time skip. Yeah. Like, you didn't see it, but it happened.
And we don't have to really explain it because, yeah. No, I liked it because I think it did give enough time. And I really liked that it went back and it showed us that because I think I was complaining about this, that she just left May all alone, again, with no explanation. She gave May an explanation, and she gave her that book that explained those things, like, I love you, but, like, Um's not okay, and she's not as strong, and if our love is hurting somebody, like we can't.
Yeah, that's another thing I always hate about time skips, is I hate when there's, like, no communication within the time, because, like, what do you mean there's no communication? But they did. I really like that she did reach out and she said
brought
all
that book. Yeah,
like, that book. I think it was just handled so well.
They did so freaking good. And anybody out there who's complaining, because there's always haters. People for some reason just love to hate on GMM TV and how they wrap things up. They wrapped this up perfectly. It was really good. I don't know, other than, like I said, giving me a Ton Ploy baby, there's nothing really else that I think needed to happen.
I feel like I would have liked a little bit more with Pim.
Yes, like, okay, that's what sorry. Look, people, what was happening with Pim? Like, what was the court case that she, like, why did she need a lawyer? Who apologized to her in that letter? I don't know if he just
missed something or if it was just not even talked about.
Or they didn't really talk about it. Yeah, I'm so confused. Like, I'm so confused. So I would love, if there's any insight you guys can give, please let us know in the comments, because I feel like that was something that they didn't have time. I know there wasn't enough time to go into all of that, whatever it was, I'm sure. But I'm almost like, why'd you bother? Was it just
like a nod to the book fans?
To the book fans, yeah. Or to explain. Like, they could have had Pim come back anyway.
Just to say hi.
Yeah. And, like, does Pim really end up alone?
She didn't get anyone. Like, I love Peng and Jan together.
Yeah, they were
what we saw
adorable.
Was adorable.
That was,
I loved
like,
it.
Ridiculously
it was so
cute. Ridiculous.
I do feel sad for Pim and the idea of Pim and Jen's relationship, because I feel like we did spend more time with them in the show.
Yeah, we did.
Like, there was more, we saw more of the development between them, opposed to Jan and Peng, which kind of came at the end.
Yeah,
but
it's interesting.
Again, I still love their relationship. I thought it was
So
adorable.
cute.
It was so
oh my
cute.
gosh, yes.
And I think they do match each other very well.
They do. I think they match each other better than Pim and Jan would.
I think so, too.
And better than Peng and Pim did.
I agree. But I do wish we got better ending for Pim.
Yeah, something.
Like, just something.
Because, like, at the end, she was still sad. Like, whatever.
Like, even Ko got somebody.
Oh my gosh, yes. And Ko and is that, like, a thing?
Yeah.
Did that actually happen? Because we didn't really, like, we got, like, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a wedding party. Like, them all at the wedding and having a party. Because that would have been, like, kind of a nice, like, even, like, having everyone there.
Totally.
Including even her dad, because I think he would have been there. And I think that would have been a nice, like, resolution. Just showing that everybody's okay and they're all supporting each other now. I know we're, like, flip-flopping all over the place, but I thought it was really cool that May was helping Ben. And I thought it was really funny when they're like, people who do bad things go to prison or whatever. And I was like, except for that dude with you. Ko did a really bad thing and you gave him a job. And potentially your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. You gave him a job and your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Maybe if you do bad things work out for you. No. But yeah.
I do think it was cute that, like, what's his name? Ko almost had the opposite thing that happened with May. Is he liked I but accidentally approached, or no, he liked sorry, and he accidentally approached I,
and then they became friends.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was really cute. And I think I liked reaction. Like, she was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, it was cute. No, I liked it. I'm really glad that wasn't the villain that obviously she was in the book. Because a lot of people mentioned how much they hated her, but I don't think she's a hateable character. I really don't. This version of her is not hateable.
Really did like her, and yeah, I am glad that they didn't villainize her.
Yeah, and I think it's funny, because I think we've talked about this before as well, like how they were all flawed, and they were all messy, and they're all complicated, but you don't actually, like, none of them are hateable.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
except for Batman.
Except for Batman. Yeah, he's trash. But, like, how did they manage to do that?
Even the dad, I'm like, hated him the whole show, but that last scene with him, I was like, oh, well, you're trying now.
And I think for me, that last scene, what it was the look on his face and more the look on May's face. And how happy she was.
That's the thing, like, because if she didn't want to have a relationship with him anymore, I would be like,
you're dead to me too, Dad.
Like, but I think she does really want to have a relationship with her dad. So that, for me, definitely helped reconcile that a bit.
Yeah, it did. And I actually really liked that. That's why I think I would have liked to have seen a wedding. Because I would have liked to have seen him there within, like, that space with those people. But yeah, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I am so happy with this episode. I don't even know. I think this is probably going to be the least we've ever talked.
Yeah.
If we wrap this up soon. Like, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Like, I don't know. We talked about... Oh, I think... Okay, we totally called it the book launch.
Oh, yeah. Didn't I say that? I'm like, they're going to do a year time skip, and
they're going to meet at a book event.
She's going to be launching her book, doing a book signing, and then May's going to walk in, and I may have said that because I read it in a Harry Potter fan fiction before.
I thought you were going to be like, because I read the book. I was like, are you for real?
No,
I was about to get really mad.
That happened in my Drary fanfic that I was reading.
You told me about that one. That looks really good. If anybody wants the name of that Drary fanfic, you can ask in the comments, and I'm sure she will tell you.
I will.
Yeah, I really liked how they came back together. I just love those kind of tropey, like, standing in line. Like, it's not new. That happens so frequently, and every time I'm like, yum, yum, give it to me. I will eat it up every single time. Every time. Because I just love how she was looking down. I'm like, you've looked at everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course it's
like,
gonna be her.
You're not showing her face, obviously.
Yeah, and you're looking down. That was, I really liked that. I
Mm-hmm.
liked that. I liked that Grandma and were there.
Yeah.
For that. I like Grandma.
I really like
everybody.
I forgot that we didn't really like her at the beginning.
Yeah, we were mad at her.
Not that we didn't like her, but we were like mad at her. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love her now.
I know, it's so funny. All those things that I thought in the beginning. I'm like, where
like
was I? What was I thinking? I was like, don't like you, you're bad. And I'm like, well, maybe actually no. Mm-hmm. Now I am not even mad at Dad anymore. Like, so, I mean, I shouldn't forgive him that easily, but I have. Like, because she has. And I'm like, you know what? If May forgives him, or is going to give him a chance, I'll give him a chance. Yeah. Because it's not real.
It's not real, yeah.
So we don't have to actually think about it. No, I don't know. I'm glad they ended up with wedding. I'm not mad about that. Mm-hmm. I would have been mad if there wasn't.
Yes, I agree. I'm glad that they had a wedding.
I am 100% happy endings. I know you like some sad ones, but
I like tragedies.
But sometimes, like in this kind of case,
I'm very,
it's
very
either
happy.
has to be a tragedy or happy. Like, I hate that when they're just like, and now it's just over, and you're like,
yeah.
Well, okay.
No, I love tragedies, but I think some shows and some things need to have a happy ending. This one needed a happy ending.
This one needed a happy ending. Not like her book where it's just like, I don't need the lesson of, like, if you love something, let it go. I don't need that. That's not a lesson that I wanted from this show. I'm glad they did it. Like, it makes sense, but ending, like her book ended. Mm-hmm. Ending on that would have been like, if they didn't end up back together, I would have been like, what was the point?
Yeah, I'm like,
what is this?
I watched this for what? Like,
yeah, like, come on, give me the goods. I need them to be happy. We need to know that all that sacrifice and pain can be worth something, can, like, be okay in the end. Mm-hmm. Because the world in reality is like this sometimes. So we need shows where it's like, oh, it didn't look like it was going to be okay, but now it's okay. Mm-hmm. Love can win in the end. That was a long way. That's what I was trying to say. Love can win, and that's what we needed, I think. But, all right, I don't even know. Do you have anything else more to say?
Not really.
We're
like,
done?
There's no more theories because there's nothing to happen.
There is no theories. Well, maybe we'll say thanks again for watching with us. That was so fun. We are going to start watching Us. And I think we're going to do an after show for that too, because it gives me space to all my information that's going on in my head.
Yeah.
Keep watching our channel just to see what happens and what we're posting about. Watch for our live stream, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be soon. And yeah, that's it. That was the last Pluto after show. I'm actually really sad about that. But that's okay. I love you guys.